Okay. Turning to comments and requests of council. Mr. Blanchard.
Yes, I'd like to thank Carl Frieders for his nice comments. And on a sadder note, I'd like to give my condolences to the family of Chuck Balzerini, who passed away recently. He was a good friend of mine, good friend of the city, and was a former council person and worked on numerous boards and commissions for the city. We're going to miss him, really miss him.
Thank you. Mr. Johnson?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I would concur with Councilman Blanchard's comments. I'd also like to point out that this Saturday, the Sierra Vista Police Department will be holding their annual Halloween bash from 6 to 8 p.m. I believe this is the last one with the expansion of the police station and reconfiguration that we'll have at the police station. Excuse me. The Sierra Vista Youth Commission will be participating. There'll be games, food, fun for everybody. It's geared towards children up to age 10, and it's open for the family. It's a fun night, and we invite everybody out. I'd also like to invite a special guest in the audience tonight. It's my daughter, Liberty. I appreciate her coming to pick me up from the council meeting tonight. Thank you.
What are the hours at the police station on Halloween night?
6 to 8 p.m.
6 to 8. Okay, thanks. Mr. Ritter?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I recently attended the monthly combo check meeting that's held once by Colonel Sturgeon with her staff. And one of the things she is really stressing, and I wanted to pass this on to everyone tonight, and this appeared in the newspaper recently as well, the military police are going to start aggressive enforcement of the prohibition of driving on Fort Huachuca while using a cell phone. The first offense for this will be a 30-day bar from driving on the installation. There will be no warning tickets. So I would encourage everyone to please be careful and do not drive on post while talking on a cell phone. Secondly, I'd like to welcome aboard 2 new city employees, Jessica Pyjak, who's joined the police department, and Alan Sedgwick, who's joining us with the Department of Public Works. Welcome aboard to both those folks. And that's all I have for tonight, Mr. Mayor. Thank you.
And if I may be permitted, I believe the exception to the driving on post while talking on the cell phone, you can do it with a hands-free device.
That's correct, Mr. Mayor. You're right. Yes. Thank you.
Okay. Ms. Husking.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I agree with Mr. Blanchard, the sentiments for Mr. Balzerini. He was a longtime member of our community and did many, many wonderful things for this community. So I was sorry to hear about his passing, but I do want to mention that tomorrow, and remind my colleagues, is the Water Festival, the 5th, in which 573 fourth graders from Sierra Vista and Fort Huachuca will be descending upon Veterans Memorial Park in 2 sessions to learn about water cycle, watersheds, and erosion, and it is an amazing experience. So I invite you all to come by between 9 and 1 tomorrow to just observe that wonderful time, and we look forward to it. It's a part of the 4th grade curriculum here in Sierra Vista, and we have had tremendous help from the city of Sierra Vista, from the school districts. Cooperative Extension is the one that puts this on, as well as many of our local retailers. And so we're very proud to be hosting our 5th Water Festival and look forward to your participation. Thank you.
Thank you. Mrs. Doctor.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I just wanted to say that Mr. Balzerini was one of the first people of Sierra Vista to welcome us back in 1978. A very, very nice man. I also wanted to remind people that the Mayor's Arts and Humanities Award and nominations are due October 31st. And after a process of elimination, I suppose, and selection, the awards will be presented at the 2008 Mayor's Arts and Humanities Awards reception on Sunday, January 25th, 2009, at the Cochise College Library at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And this is always a very wonderful event and something to look forward to. Again, if any of you are out there holding nomination packets for the Mayor's Arts Awards, please get them in. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mueller.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I too want to start by expressing my condolences to the Balzerini family and the many friends that Chuck had, and I consider myself lucky to consider myself to be one of his friends, and he will be missed. Next, I'd like to thank Mayor Frieders for being here tonight and sharing some good words with us, and we appreciate your current efforts and your lasting efforts for the city as well. Halloween's coming up, and remember that we have little spooks running around the street at night, so be very careful when you're out driving on the 31st, so everybody will have a happy Halloween. And that's all I've got, Mr. Mayor. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. It was mentioned about old-timers that welcomed some of us who arrived later. It was in February of 1988 that a mutual friend of Carl Frieders and mine invited us both to lunch, and I felt that was pretty impressive that I got to go to lunch my first month in town with the mayor of the city. Of course, it's been a long time, Carl, but I'm still impressed. Relative to talking about Chuck Balzerini, our sympathies, of course, go to the family and to Marie. Chuck was on city council in 1975 through 1981. I believe he was the first chair of the Citizens Advisory Committee when our current city manager was then just a mere staffer for the city of the Sierra Vista. He was a guiding hand in many of our capital improvement projects, which included the library and our current police station, and he has been a huge contributor to the Friends of the Library and a major contributor through the years to the city. So our sympathies to the family. I have no other comments to make, and I appreciate the staff for hanging with us and the management for the arrangement of the meeting. This meeting is adjourned.